Hello, it's the Mac. Welcome back to the channel. How you guys doing? Right, today we're not looking at a Wargame Design Studio game or what I've covered previously. This is going to be a brand new coverage of a game called Valor and Victory. So I do play a few games off camera since I'm a strategist nerd. And so this game, man, I picked it up on a sale for like not too long ago, and it's been laying in my library for a while, and I kicked it off during the time when I wasn't able to record much. I just get my old casual gaming going on, and I thought, I want to give this game a try. So I remember when they were writing about this game that it was hyped and it was going to be a cool game and stuff, and it sort of got me intrigued, so I bought it. It was quite cheap at the time. So this game is available on Steam, actually. You can get it there. That's where I got it. Might be more places, but Steam is what I think it is released on. So the game is from a company called, right down here, Yobowargames. But I think that Slitherine Software is the company that's actually behind the release of this game, and so Yobowargames created it, and the Slitherine Software is actually marketing the game. So that's what I think. Right. So the Valor and Victory, right? So Valor and Victory is actually, what I gathered, a board game from the beginning. Never played it, even though I'm actually a board game geek as well. But okay, I used to be it more. Now the computer's taken over. I lost a lot of track of the games that come out. But this game is fairly old. I think it's from like 2000, early 2000s, and it was like it's like a board game, but they have now got it on a digital release. As many board games we see today are actually made for computers as well. I guess the market is huge, and the sales will be even greater, even though you sell them from game stores and book shops and stuff, but it widens the market, I guess. Anyway, so this game, man, we're gonna go into it. So I'm nowhere near an expert in this game, but I have fooled around with it a bit and read the not that extensive rule book. Actually, we're gonna have to look at the game manual. I do love the music, man. I get the feel of it. It's really cool. There's actually quite a lot of DLCs released from this game now. I only have the core game, and we'll see what comes with that. But there's quite a lot of DLCs released now for this game. I think the latest one is called Kursk, around the Kursk offensive there. So this is a game they're going to add probably lots of modules to. Anyway, so we got new games. When you start the game, you can generate a scenario. Yes, and they have a scenario editor. So you can create your own scenarios and stuff in this game if you like that. It's like in many war games, you can actually do your own research and create something and share it on the community, I guess. You have multiplayer as well. I haven't tried many of these, but we'll go through them. So if you go new game, right? What comes with the core game is this: Battle of Normandy and the American sector. So it's from June 6th to the August of 30th. And there's going to be a range of scenarios covering the American sector. And the cool thing about this game is that you can actually play either side. I mean, it's actually made for you to... You might want to play the Germans here. You can. And you just want to do the Americans. So I think it's just a range of... So if we click that, for instance, I'll show you a bit. So here is a bunch of scenarios. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 scenarios. All right. So it goes on, and they're sort of in chronological order here. So this is like Saint Mère Église, right off the beaches there. So I'll show you the description there, the details, and it'll have you an order of battle for the Germans and an order of battle for the paratroopers in this case. We're going to go through the counters as well. Not that complex. It might look really complex, but it's not. It's actually quite basic. The one thing that you got to have keeping track of this is the turn-based game, and it's a phased game. So there's different phases you go through in your turn, and then the enemy does the exact same phases. There's only one phase in the opposite turn that you get to do something, and that is the defensive or opportunity fire phase. So that's pretty cool. So there's a bunch of scenarios covering that, man. They got the so then they go on to Noville. This is when they clear the point the hawk, big attack there. So I played these 3 first actually, and and it actually keeps tracks on how you're doing. So I've actually completed it 2 times with the Americans here. Noville 1 time. I got full thing there. This one's really hard. Excuse me. This one was really tough. The taking out the flak guns and stuff and point the hawk map. Poof! It's really hard. Right, so we're going to go into that. So as you can see, you can play this allies or the Germans. You have a hot seat and fog of war. You can have select difficulties if you want the AI to have an advantage or you yourself. It's a dice-based game. So really, this game, man, you can have the best laid out plans, but if the dice are not in your favor, it's gonna go tits up, man. And you can change the length if you feel that it's too short for 6 turns. You can increase or decrease the turn for every scenario here. So that's pretty cool. Right, what else comes? You have you have user-created scenarios. Creating and contributing players' Valor victory. See the scenario editor to create your own. Okay, so I don't know about selecting this. What happens if I do that? Nothing. Okay. Maybe there's nothing available at the moment. This might not be online actually yet for this game. It should be, I guess. It's kind of old now. Well, not old, but it looks to be some sort of scenario here, though. I'm not sure about that. Right, moving on. They have they have the tutorials, really good. Do recommend you to play it. We might actually do that. And they have the Battle of and they have the British sector as well, including the base game. And there's a bunch of scenarios here as well. I haven't tried any of these, but Battles d'Ouvres, Villers-le-Sec, Ranville, Lines-sur-Mer, all these cool stuff here, man. Really good scenarios. Yeah, same deal here. And that's what you get, basically, with the game. The tutorial, we can have a look at it. So it's only 1 scenario, yeah. They have different types, elimination. That means you have to destroy the enemy. There's different kind of scenarios. We can have a look at that as well. So you can play here as well as Allied or Axis. I think the tutorial is about a counterattack of the Germans trying to push the... see, it's quite small forces involved here. Just to learn what these units do. It's pretty cool. Let's have to open this and see if there's different kinds of scenarios. So, yeah, they have an objective in this. You have to grab an objective. You have to reach an exit hex. You have that elimination objective. So objectives, yeah. So that's basically what there is. It's pretty cool. Generate a scenario. I'm not sure what this actually... I think you can do a random scenario, which I love. But I think you can. I think you can generate like a fight here. So if you want to have a small fight, you can have a random here. You could be American or British or random for the allies here. Attackers, depending if you want to attack or not. And the force types can all be random. Sort of reminds me a bit of Combat Mission and the Steel Panthers, and even those early West Front and East Front games. So you can do that. I'm going to give that a try and see how that works. You have multiplayer. Yeah, let's have a look at that. All right, so you need to log in to something here. I haven't created that, but could be cool to try that, I guess. Game options, you have your standard. Not sure what the show messy stacks is. Required end phase confirmation. Reverse map. Show ambient map effects, yeah, weather. I like this, showing they roll the dice, it's pretty fun. and music and stuff. So it's all there. And you have the game manual here, which is I actually have it open already, but okay. Yeah, all right. So this is the game manual. So it's not that big. It's okay. It's actually 114 pages, but it's very well written, I must say. It's oh, here's, yeah, so Matrix and Slitherine Games, yeah. So it's pretty well written. There's even an index here you can quickly go through. So maybe one thing that you really need to like learn in this game is maybe the counters, what the different numbers mean. And there's some good, let's see where I found that. Yeah, here's actually good description. It's Valor Victory is a turn-based tactical level war game set in World War II. The game is based on the tabletop hex encounter game designed by Barry Doyle. And the battle portrayed in the scenario includes Valor Victory depicts a small unit actions during Operation Overlord. The invasion of Normandy. The battles focus on combat between American, British, and German forces. Further release will incorporate additional forces theaters throughout the World War II. Yeah, so they already released a few there. So they have, these are the command phases: fire phase, move phase, defensive, advance, and assault, and after actions phase. So we'll go through that. We'll just kick off a scenario and we'll have a look in a bit how do you play it and stuff. So as I said, I'm kind of a rookie, but some really good stuff in this game, man. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of a casual war game. If you want like just a fast sort of skirmish and not too many units involved and stuff, it's a perfect game for that, man. Really. So see, you have different kinds of ammunition. I mean, it's kind of detailed as well. I mean, for the scope of it, it's kind of detailed, the combat and stuff. You're using like tables and stuff, and you roll dice, and basically you always have an attack value, and then to hit is modified by either leaders or terrain or other kinds of morale modifiers and stuff. And then you roll the dice and you have a look at the table and you see what happens. So, but that's all made for you. You don't have to actually look it up yourself. The computer does it for you. But really nice, simple system. I really enjoy it. And the graphics are slick as hell as well. Really nice graphics. So the game is, you're using squads, basically. Full squads and half squads. That's what your infantry is all about. So you're not moving like, companies and sites. It's very squad-based combat, basically. It's a bit like Advanced Squad Leader, I would imagine. Many people have actually drawn parallels to that game here. So full squads are here, and half squads are sort of the last. So look at that. I think the last value is actually the strength of the unit, and this is where you take your casualties. This is the range in the middle, the range, and that is your sort of attack power of the unit, if I'm not mistaken. And the E means that these are elite units, commandos or elite. This is a rifle, normal rifle. The nation, of course. And leaders are also have firepower and range, but they have. So you might see this negative. The negative is good. You want to have the game system is regulated that you want to have as low dice rolls as possible to be most effective. So you don't want to roll high, you want to roll low, basically, to get the best results in the game there. You have support weapons and stuff, firepower and range and stuff. P has range 2 there, firepower of 3, so that Bren has quite a lot of firepower. If a whole squad has 4 and that has 3, it's a pretty good support weapon. These are the guns, so they have sort of, you can have gun shields, and these are attack powers. So will be explained in the game. These are tanks, as we have armor fighting vehicles and stuff, half tracks and jeeps, lots of stuff in this game. Here we go. So here's a good explanation. They have the leadership modifier there, yeah. Anti-air machine gun, if they have a 360, means 360 mount, can fire in any direction. The bow can fire forward, attack power 3, main gun there has 12, turret indicator, not sure what that means though, D. but it means they can move the 360 degrees, I would guess. Rear armor and front armor, so I guess there's probably a certain section covering details about the armor and stuff. It should be. Anti-tank AT combat, that could be interesting. You have range. Here you go, killing the targets and stuff. Yeah, so you first have to hit it, and then you have to roll if you actually penetrate the armor and stuff. So they have those things as well. You can be immobilized, of course. Yeah, so cool stuff, man. We're gonna have a look at this game. That was sort of a very broad overview of the game, but I'm gonna actually play something in the next part, and we're gonna have a look at that in more detail, how the actual game goes and how the combat is and stuff. So I'll show you that in the next episode. And we'll go over more details, like how to actually fight and stuff, and what I've learned so far. I actually, as I said, I'm not an expert in this game. I'm actually just fooling around with it a bit, but I'm really finding it good. I find it fun. So if any of you guys out there, all us playing those more hardcore war games, want to have something more casual and more like fast-paced, this is definitely a good game for that. And I like the uncertainty of the dice. You might have a really good plan, but it might always go to hell when you roll the dice, and the enemy gets the upper hand and you're sort of screwed. So lots of tactics involved in this game as well. Lots of things you need to think about. Terrain, definitely, and movement, and when to expose your troops and not. They also have like support stuff. You can lay smoke screens, artillery barrages. There's even airstrikes and stuff. So, yeah, this game, man, rocks. So I'm going to end it here. In the next part, we're going to actually start something, and I'm going to figure out, I think I might actually go for something that I haven't played, or actually maybe try something I have, but play it from, try to complete it from a different perspective, so to speak. Like this one, I passed it twice as Americans. I might actually try it playing the Axis and see how that goes. So we'll have a look at that in the next part. So I want to thank you for watching, man. I hope you guys are going to be enjoying this Let's Play and look at this Valor and Victory. Really good game. So I'll end the video here, man, and we'll pick up the next in basically part 1 it will be, and the pure Let's Play of this game. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next part.